Hello, I'm Brother Taylor, and today I'd like to talk to you about l'impératif. L'impératif, which is the imperative, which means basically giving commands in French. And so the imperative, in English, an example is, for example, you are speaking French. That's just a description of what's going on. But if I want to give like a command, I'd say speak French, right? So basically you're dropping the you. And that's what they do in French, just like in English. So another example is you are singing the song. If I want to just say sing the song, notice I'm not saying you. I just say sing the song. So in other words, it's a command. And they do the same thing in French. In French, there are three forms of the imperative: tu, vous, and nous. This is informal. This is formal. This is or plural, and this is plural, of course, and it includes actually the person speaking. So notice there's this idea of let's here with the new form. Notice here, let me pronounce these and then I'll explain a little bit more about it. But let's pronounce these. Parle français, parlez français, parlons français. Again, parle français, parlez français, parlons français. So parle français is speak French. Notice there's no there's no S here, just an E, even though it basically represents the tu form. They drop the S in the tu form. That's the biggest and most important thing to remember here. So if you see the imperative on a test and it asks you whether there's an S here when in a command form, and it's the tu form, make sure you don't choose the one with an S, okay? Even though that's how it's conjugated in a normal phrase. So if I want to just say, you are speaking French, this is it. Notice there's an S with tu, almost always there's an S with tu. But with ER verbs, you drop the S for some reason. Okay, it's just what basically the French Academy determined. So, parle français, no S. The rest of them are just like they're conjugated in the normal form, except we're dropping the subject pronoun. So parle français, parlez français, parlons français, and this is let's speak. Notice when you use the new form, parlons, it's this idea of you and me. Let us do this. So there's kind of this idea of let's. So if I want to change these verbs into other verbs, into other commands. So for example, if I want to say sing, you just say chante. Notice there's no S here. Sing, everyone, it'd be like this, chanter. And let's sing would be what? Chantons. You could add something else here too. You could say chante la chanson, chantons le cantique, or whatever. So this is just it. Notice again the pattern here, there's no S here. The rest is just conjugated normally. So imperative is really easy, I think. It's just a question of making sure you remember in the tu form there's no S. So that's the biggest thing, and the rest of it's quite easy. One thing I'd like to add to the imperative is if you ever want to negate the imperative, you just put the ne pas around the verb like this. So here, don't speak French is just ne parlez pas or ne parle pas. Let's not speak French is just ne parlons pas français. So the ne pas just goes around the verb. So again, here with chante, this is sing. Don't sing is just ne chante pas, or ne chantez pas, or ne chantons pas. So all you're doing is adding the ne pas around the verb. This is this is just the verb here. So it's quite simple doing the negation with the imperative. So thank you.